Okay, good morning, everyone, and happy New Year, and welcome all of you to MUIC and this course as well. This course is ICGN102. For this subject, it's the basic mathematics. We have class on every Tuesday and Thursday on campus in this room 1417 from 10 o'clock to 11:50. Okay, so for this subject, you have one instructor only, that is me, Ajahn Poromin. You can call me as Ajahn Por as well. Normally, I have the math clinic time for you that you can meet me. It's on Thursday, 12 to 1 o'clock. You can meet me in the math clinic. Math clinic is in the new building anyway. So that means on Thursday after the class, I will just run to the other building and stand by in the math clinic, just in case that some student would like to talk to me and discuss to me with some exercises or some math problems. Okay, today I will introduce you for the way that we have to use in the class, and also the syllabus of this course, and then I'll let you go. Okay, so that you can just take a rest or just go back home, and then the real content of of this course will be started on this coming Thursday onward. Okay, so firstly, let me introduce for the tool that we have to use. The learning management system for this subject, I use Canvas, and in my announcement on Sky Plus, you should see already that, okay, what is the Canvas course and how can you join this course on Canvas. All of the materials, including the course syllabus, including the handouts, will be there. Firstly, I plan ahead that, okay, should I print it out for you or not? But actually, if I have to carry that paper, if I have to pass the photocopying shop, it's not quite safe for you guys. So that's why for some of you who use your laptop or your iPad, you can just read it from the iPad instead. Or for any of you who don't use a computer or iPad, you may print it out by yourself and bring it. So the paper is safe because it just pass your hands only, not other people. Otherwise, if I print it out and then you just spray the alcohol, or the ink might be faded out. So that's why I decide not to just print it out for you. Actually, I can print, but I mean, if you really want me to print it out, I can just print for you. Just let me know. Okay. So in this one, when we go to the Canvas, you will see the course resources that we have got. Okay. Let me just show you here. The reason why I have to just use two computers, because I have to record the video for you. This course, I think for some of you, sometimes I know that you might be busy with another subject before, or sometimes when you have the examination of the other subject, you might be distracted. So it's better to record a video for you, and then I'll just upload the video for you on Canvas as well, so that you can just review for the things that you learned later. Okay, so this one is what you see on Canvas. Now I just open up the course syllabus and then the module 1 handout for you, so that you can just read it or print it out. So for the course syllabus, let's see, what are we going to study on this course? So in this one, we called this subject as ICGN102, or some of you may use the code, the share code, that is ICGN105. The name of this course is Essential Mathematics or Basic Mathematics. This subject is for credit course. That means, okay, we have 4 lecture hours per week. We meet each other 2 hours per time. That is on Tuesday and Thursday 10 to 11:50 and no laboratory นะครับ we have 8 hours per week that you have to do self study นะครับ so that means for this subject some of you may think that you study this content when you were in high school already but you should practice on it because for me myself you know even I taught this course on last term but when during the Christmas and New Year time I didn't touch the mathematics now I forgot already for you as well you have to just like practice and review for what we have learned นะครับ okay but anyway for you might just like take shorter time than me because you are younger ครับ okay right okay for this course this is the course for undergrad students นะครับ as a general education course นะครับ this course is offered by Science Division นะครับ Mahidol University International College and the lecturer is me นะครับ my name is อาจารย์ปรมินทร์นะครับ my office is in this building on level 5 นะครับ one floor up and then my office is next to the small elevator on the other side of the building นะครับ but anyway when you would like to meet me นะครับ we can just like have the arrangement นะครับ for meeting my suggestion is that you may just like talk to me or discuss with me I mean if during the office hours because I mean my office hours is just like the at clinic time and some of you may not be available at that time you may just like discuss with me over Zoom as well I don't mind นะครับ I will also give you the line group so that you can join it นะครับ I will post a QR code for line group in Canvas นะครับ so please add yourself for information like for some announcement that I may have for example if it is the just like short notice announcement นะครับ or just like the urgent announcement I'll just like use the line group to help because from my experience I found that if we just like use just the Sky or Sky Plus sometimes you don't have the time to read it right but for the line messenger normally it just like notify you immediately so that you know what I just like would like to announce for example if the class has to be canceled sometimes I just like let's say for example on last trimester I was sick on one day because I got the vaccination so I just like feel like I was not good around like 3 a.m. in the morning and we have class around 10 o'clock so it means that I have just like 5 hours to tell you and if I just post on Sky you may not see it okay so that's why I just like decide to use the line group to help communicate to each other with you okay so this one for this course we have no prerequisite course so you can just like take this course straight away the objective of this course you will understand the concept of algebra equations inequalities polynomials factoring polynomials ratio and proportion percent graph linear function and also solve the system of linear function linear equations as well so for this course this course aims to review the real number and algebraic expression and basic operation on them to apply equations to various practical solutions to extend the notion of compound interest to include effective rates and solve interest problems so that you can see the application of like this course the real world problem to study present value and solve problems involving the time value of money by using equations of values also to introduce the net present value of cash flow extend notion of compound interest to the situation where interest is compounded continuously to learn notion of function to graph equations and functions in rectangular coordinates to develop the notion of slope and different forms of equation of lines to develop the notion of demand and supply curves and introduce linear functions to solve systems of linear equation by using technique of elimination by addition or by subtraction. These are the description of this course. So for the credit hours, as I mentioned earlier, we meet each other 4 hours per week, 11 weeks, and then we have self-study for 88 hours. Number of hours that I just like allocate the time for you is 1 hour per week during the math clinic time. For the students' learning outcome, now let's see. I'll talk about the expected learning outcome or ELO for the skills and knowledge of the students. Student will be able to apply the knowledge from this course and with the ideas received from analysis, as well as synthesis to set up the solutions or precautions to benefit individuals. For the teaching methods that we use, in this class we use lecture. We always have in-class practical exercises and your self-study. For teaching methods in this class, it's learning-centered education. This course emphasis on knowledge development, important skills in career development and living, encourage students to use their full potentials. We have lecture, we have in-class practical exercises and self-studies. For evaluation method of this class, we will have written examination and quizzes. So we have midterm exam, final exam, and 2 quizzes for this course. We have to check for class attendance. And also we have assignments. You have to submit an on-time assignment, and we evaluate from the quality of it as well. On week 1, okay, sorry, I forgot to change this one. It must be on campus. On week 1 to 3, we will study for topic 1, or chapter 1. It is real numbers and their operations. For the real numbers and their operation, you will learn about the notation of sets, properties of real numbers, in terms of adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing. Then, when you just like learn about these operations and these properties already, the next thing that we will learn is the orders of operation. After we just like learn about the properties of real numbers, in terms of adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing already, we will have to learn for the orders of operation. So you can see that sometimes when we have many operations in one expression, we may have to use like bracket or parentheses to help. So we have to learn how to justify the orders of the operations. Then we will learn about the fractions and decimals, how to manage and how to convert between fractions and decimals. Then we just like learn how to combine terms and simplifying the expression, the mathematical expression that we have got. And then we learn about the laws of exponents and radicals. For example, if you have the, exponents, that is multiplying, for example, x squared and in the parenthesis, cube. So that means, should it be, I should just write it down for you. The marker should be x to the power of 2 times 3 or x to the power of 2 plus 3. We will learn about that. After that, we will learn about the absolute value. When you have some values and you take the absolute symbol over that value, what will be the results? After that, when we finish talking about the chapter number 1, the real numbers and their operations already, we have quiz. The first quiz. All the quizzes and examinations will be I will be the process by myself. You're not allowed to use calculator. So For quiz number 1, it is 10%. After we have quiz number 1 already, we will go to have chapter 2. Chapter 2 will spend 3 weeks altogether, week 4 to week 6. For chapter 2, we will learn about the algebraic expression and the linear equations. In this chapter, we will learn about polynomials and factorization. Then we will learn how to solve the equation in terms of linear equations and quadratic equations. After that, you will learn about the applications of linear equations. How do you gonna use the linear equations in the real life? After we finish chapter 2, we will have midterm examination. Midterm examination is 35%. For midterm exam, it covers both chapter 1 and 2. Okay. So midterm exam will be in the class time, during the class time. We will just like arrange it together to see which date and time should be suitable for all of us. And also midterm examination will not clash with other subjects because it's during the class time. For any of you who may have the question that, okay, when will be our final exam? Please check in the Sky Class. It tells you the final exam date and time already. Please check because it shouldn't be clashing with like other subjects. And if you found that it's clashing, you have to let me know immediately so that we can manage that situation. All right. After we have midterm exam, we will continue week number 7 with percentage, ratios, and proportion. For this chapter is like it's not long. It's not a big chapter. Then we spend just 1 week only for percentages, ratio, and proportion. You learn about the concept, and then we will apply the ratios and proportion in the real life problem. And then you will get one kind of the application that is about the compound interest. After that, in week 8 and week 9, we will learn about graph in chapter 4. For graph, we will learn about rectangular coordinates, graph reading and the interpretation of graph. And then we will learn about the lines and their applications that we use in conjunction with the graph. After that, when we finish chapter 4, we will have quiz 2. Quiz 2 will just like will cover chapter 4 about the graph. And for the final part or the final topics, there will be more about solving equalities and inequalities in week 10 to week 12. So you will learn about the system of equations, simple inequalities, and the word problems. So this one, for this last topic, it takes around 3 weeks. And then we will have final examination. Final examination is 35% as well. It covers the chapters 2 to 4. I mean, from the chapters that we haven't got, hang on. The chapter that we had from, this one, chapter 2, not chapter 2 to 4, 2 to the last one, to solving the problems. And after that, when we have all of the schedule for this class already, I'll talk about the plan for assessing the course learning outcome. For the course learning outcome, we have assessing and evaluating a learning achievement by having formative assessment. For the formative assessment, we also have non-graded exercises and feedback. That is practice problem that I ask you to just like do in front of the class. And also, while I just like ask some volunteers or ask some students to do in front of the class, the rest of you have to do it as well at your seat. Because like if you don't practice, you don't know how to just like get that answer. Bear in mind that in mathematics subject, when you have to just like do the examination, you don't write just answer, but you have to show the steps how you're gonna do it. Especially for when you have to find out the equations or solve the equations, you have to check the answer as well. On last term, some of the students, when they just like try to solve the equation, they just like show the steps and then answer. Some of the students just show the answer only. Both students do not get the full score. The things that you have to do is that show the steps. Then you get the solution. After that, you check your answer as well. That's okay. For the solution that you get, is it correct or not, and is it usable or not? So that you can get like the full score for that question. I'll just like talk about it once again when we reach that part. And we also have the summative assessment as well. Okay. So for the evaluation plan, we have class attendance and exercises 10%, quizzes 20%, midterm exam 35%, and final exam 35%. So this is a grading system or grading scheme. We use the same grading scheme as like other subjects in MUIC and in Mahidol University. The passing grade is D grade for this course. For the text and main documents, you can just like find lots of them in the library. You can find a lot of them in the library. That is introductory mathematical analysis for business, economics, and life and social science. We use 13th edition. My suggestion, if you just like go to the library, the book is very thick, but we just use like a couple of chapters in there only. You may take photos so that if you want to read and you want to practice by yourself later, you can just like because I did it like that as well. I take photo in my phone, and then when I want to practice, I just like open my phone and then just use a piece of paper to practice. Just that. It's easier than just carry the whole book in there. All right. Okay. Now, just one too long. Okay, for the strategies for effective course evaluation by students, we have evaluation of peers by students as well. So sometimes I may just like ask you to work as a small group, maybe group of 2, something like that, and work together, something like that. Okay, and when you have to submit your homework, the way to submit is through Canvas as well. So I expect that all of you should just like enroll yourself into our Canvas course. Okay, right. Okay, I think today I'll just like stop at this point for just like run through the course syllabus only. Then I'll just like let you just add yourself to the line group as well. Okay, let's try this. I'll just show the QR code on the screen. And then let's see whether you can just add yourself or not. Just give me a moment. Let me just put the QR code first. Can you add yourself? Okay. That's good. Zoom, right? Zoom. Okay, so for today's attendance checking, could you please check in your line group right now? So I ask you to just enter your first name followed by your name. It's just like you step one in the format that I showed you, so that it will be class attendance. Okay. Yeah, and then that should be all for today,นะครับ. So if you would like to ask me on anything, feel free to just ask in the line group,นะครับ, so that we can just like communicate to each other closely. Also, if you would like to meet each other via Zoom,นะครับ, for example, if you would like to have some private discussion, just like send me a line message that you would like to talk to me, so that we can arrange the Zoom session. All right, then up to this point, do you have any questions from anyone? If no, just a little bit before we finish the class, I just want to see who you are. Hero, where's Hero? Jojo. Actually, I watched from the TV. They say that if the whole room wearing mask, one person can take off. That's a big. Sorry. Let's see. Big, right? Big can be just like put down. Okay. Thanks. Gong. Gong, right? PP. Thanks. Gas. Okay. Me. So that I will remember this. Or in the future, when we don't have to wear the mask anymore, sometimes I meet my former students in Facebook and I remember. Chef. Zen. And yeah. Right? And yeah. Angela. Real. Why? Why? Oh, why? Why, right? Why? Why? Okay, can I see? Can you take off the okay, that's why. Game. Poor. Boom. Okay, eclair. Address. Okay, address. Can I see your face? I have my advisee. His name is Abbas. Is he your brother? But you have the brother named Abbas as well. And Shure, right? Shure. Okay. Right. So right now, I see all of your face already. Hopefully, I can remember you. Okay, that should be all for today, everyone. You have a nice day. Take care and stay safe. We start our studying in the content on this coming Thursday. Bye bye. See you on Thursday, everyone.